We suffered in silence. Now we recover out loud.
Good evening. Welcome to Channel 4 News at 9 o'clock. I'm your anchor, horse you rode in on, coming to you live from the Waffle House and Nail Salon in Climax, Saskatchewan. Love you long time.
That's not real.
Breaking news. Insane cow tries to jump moon. Spoon and dish still missing. Good evening, Talkin Trashers. Welcome to episode 185. We got a special ghost in the house tonight. We got Daniel Yu from the Queen City Experience Regina. Just celebrated his first year. And now to a man who was asked to choose his favorite body part, and he always picked his nose, Timmy Snyder.
I am a nose picker. I am, guilty as charged. Welcome, everybody, to episode 185. Nice round number. We got everybody in house tonight. Good guest coming on. Excited to hear from him, his story. A lot going on with the show. We won't get into all that, but we have fun things happening. Collab with other podcasts, and we're just doing a lot of stuff to support recovery and mental health awareness. So what we're going to do is we're going to read our preamble, and then we'll get her going.
This is our humble broadcast, where ethics and personal anonymity are of the utmost importance. We run this podcast as an act of service to those whose lives have been affected by addiction. We don't do it for profit or notoriety. We place principles before personalities. We benefit from this podcast just as much as anyone else. We all work programs and choose to sacrifice our own anonymity to spread the word that recovery is possible. We do this thing in an attempt to show, as living examples, that no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That's the 9th step promise. It's our creed we abide by here on Talkin Trash. We feel called to uphold AA and NA principles. We firmly believe that you can only keep what you have by giving it away. Please join us in a moment of silence, followed by the Serenity Prayer.
God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
All right, let's go around and meet the team of Talking Trash. First on deck, you got Billy Douglas.
William, the place to be.
Will's the bestest ever. Will's 43 years old. He's a reformed tweaker. He's going through some life shit, but we're here for him. We're going to get through it together. Will's from Georgia. That's in the United States. We live somewhat close to each other. We are friends, and we enjoy each other's company, and we support each other's recovery day in, day out. Nextly, Brad Mansfield. Brad is very handsome in AI, in life, real life.
In AI.
He loves AA. He does it right. He it's just, he's been like amphetamines injected into the podcast. Will, you don't do that. We like having him. He's fun. He's funny.
Sharon's Karen.
He's sharing his Karen, and he's just he's exactly what we want, and we can all learn a little something from Bad Mansfield, right?
Oh yeah,
Jim?
Bradley.
But-
Oh,
yeah, what not to do.
Bradley.
Yeah.
What not to do, right? Jimmy
Yeah.
Lybell.
Uh-huh.
Jimmy is
Yo.
from Seattle, Washington. He's transgender. He's actually a woman.
Hello.
He's got 2 kids. He's all involved in AA and sponsorship, the whole 9. And he's our boss around here. He's the guy.
Oh,
And
really?
He's the goat.
he's
I'm
the
the
goat.
Yeah, I
So
smell like
that's,
one.
it's nice to have you on microphone tonight. That's very
Thank
fun.
you. Well, now that I know, now that I've
Yeah.
touched my ampersands or whatever the hell they were, no, my ellipses or ipsil.
Sorry, I'm an
Whatever.
IT guy. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Here's
whatever.
the boys. Look at these guys. Holy shit. What is going on? Brad, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, all right. Good.
You know, I got thinking when we first started the show,
Don't
you know what the
think.
hardest part of this podcast is for me?
What?
That moment of silence. I just
I
want to
know. Dude, I know. I know.
like, somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me.
Like that. What you mean when we start? It's crazy. But I would have to cut the shows. I'd have to cut 1 minute, 1 second of Will giggling out. So like we have to
You got to keep that.
Yeah, we got to keep it. So here we
Yeah,
are.
right.
We're all just friends hanging out from different parts of the world. Laura Gruber said, I love listening to your podcast. You guys are amazing. Keep up the good work. It's very educational. Thank you, Laura. That means so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord.
We have some rehabs in the mix tonight. Let's see.
Where are they?
I don't know. We're going to find out in just a moment. As soon as I find the clip to click on, which I can't find. I know it's there. Screensaver, rehabs. All right, we have rehabs tonight, as we always do. And I had eggs for lunch. I had breakfast for lunch. How does everybody feel about that? Is that all right?
Love
with
it.
everybody?
Num
Yeah.
num num num.
Love it.
It was good. It was good. Yeah. Try to make me go to rehab, and I'm gonna go.
Go.
All right. Judy, read the rehabs
All
for us.
right. Welcome to our treatment centers for Wednesday evening. We have Serenity Treatment Centers, Discovery Rehab, New Hope Rehab, Sunrise Detox, Lakewood Oxford House, and Prairie Sky Recovery.
There you have it.
Center.
Welcome to the fold. I'm speaking with Scott at Discover. They're going to try and have questions at the end.
All right.
They leave us on now. If we go over an hour, they just leave us on the TV. We own that place at night, so that's cool.
That's
Really
awesome.
do. Yeah, we
They're
really
here.
We love it, and we watch ourselves. It keeps us on point. We have to deliver a message and kind of PC. So yeah, it is what it is. We are who we are. We do the best we can. Let's take a look at our upcoming guest.
Come on, baby, and be my guest. Come join the party.
All right, here's who we have to look forward to coming up on Talking Trash.
So be my guest tonight.
Next Wednesday, Gate Town B will be in the house. March 15th, Manny V and OG. March 18th, our friend Angela D. More details to come about March 21st. March 29th, Star Cardinal. And April Fool's Day, Steve M. He'll be here. No fooling. If you want to be a guest on Talking Trash, email Jimmy. Jim@trash-podcast.com. I love it. That was fun. A little something.
Thank you for doing that. Actually, it's
Yeah,
like, oh, yeah.
I just figured I'd record it. What the hell? You know what I
Yep.
mean? All right, we're going to do a little daily ref. Jack? Alrighty, Jimmy, could you read for
All right.
us?
I could at a grade 4 level. For March the 4th, weeding the garden, not weed, not weed in the garden.
Oh.
The essence of all growth is willingness to make a change for the better, and then the unremitting willingness to shoulder whatever responsibility this entails. From As Billy Sees It, page 115. By the time I had reached step 3, I had been freed of my dependence on alcohol. But bitter experience has shown me that continuous sobriety required continuous effort. Every now and then, I pause to take a good look at my progress. More and more of my garden is weeded each time I look, but each time I also find new weeds sprouting where I thought I had made my final pass with the blade. As I head back into the newly sprouted weed, it's easier when they are young. Oh boy. I take a moment to admire how lush the growing vegetables and flowers are, and the labors are rewarded. My sobriety grows and bears fruit, and let's discuss, shall we?
Discuss weeding the garden. Will, I know you're like an outdoorsy kind of guy. You do lawns and whatnot. Does this ring true to you in any way?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's not. I mean, like the best. I like because instant gratification take care of the weeds. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see it right away. But yeah, I mean, like it is easier to get to keep maintain them and get rid of them like when they're young like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all right.
Oh yeah.
Borderline on that one.
Yep. that's
Yeah,
right.
I don't know. I mean, it's about upkeep. It's about maintenance, and
Come
we
on.
get very stuck in our ways. We get very used to our own the smell of our own shit.
Ooh.
Weeding the
Manure.
garden,
Manure.
manure.
Roses.
Weeding the garden. What do you guys, Bradley? What do you think about weeding the garden?
It's actually funny hearing that. It
Uh-huh.
come to my head the song Eminem, "Cleaning Out My Closet" or whatever
Oh,
the fuck it is. but
Yeah.
because that's part of it, right? Because
Mhm.
if you're picking the weeds and cleaning out your closet, that's part of recovery. You're scraping up the shit that you left behind to try to flip over a new patty type
Yep.
of deal, I guess, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Clean out his closet and something for Will to come out of. Okay, so what we have here.
Oh,
I can't help it.
fancy.
Can't help it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell this means. How's
You worked on
everybody
that one all
doing?
week, didn't you?
I just did it. Yeah, all week long. Yep. If you look around here at Talking Trash, there's quite a bit going on. A lot of fanciness. A lot of. We rebranded everything. Go look at our website. Our website's friggin' awesome. I'm looking at it now. You can.
It's a miracle.
It's
It is awesome.
America. Thank you. It's if you just go to trash-podcast.com, click on live, you can watch us live. It's the easiest thing in the effing world. So that's that. Check out our website. If you feel like killing yourself, don't do it. Call 988. They will support you in a mental health crisis situation. Very important to know that. If you're alone, if you're thinking of something, just call them up. They won't call the cops on you. They're cool. Trust me. Get some Narcan, please. It saves people's lives. We had Carol at Next Distro sent me, I don't know, 10 boxes. So I have 10 boxes to give away. Jimmy will pay for the shipping, and yeah, anybody that needs it,
No
important to
problem.
have. Who did
He will hand deliver it.
when we had Steve on last episode? He said it took 7 shots of Narcan to get him out of it. His thing. It was crazy. He was good. He'll be back on April 1st. Oh, I found the rehab thing, but what's up? Hiding in plain sight. So let's go around the horn, see how everybody is doing before we bring our friend on. William Douglas, give us a little
Esquire.
something. Esquire the third.
Mhm.
Give us a little something. How are you doing? If it's not good, it's okay.
No, I'm always good, but
You
I mean,
look.
no, I mean,
You're-
like huh?
You look phenomenal. I had to throw that out there.
Are you hitting on?
little
You flirt. No, I'm just tired. I've been moving. I've been moving a lot of people. So
Yeah, Will's all over the place. We
and
keep
it
track
sucks
of
when
him.
you don't have your own your own ride to get. I mean, like I have my own ride. I just can't drive at the moment.
You just drive it. It doesn't
I
matter.
got Uber every day.
I drove for a year. I went into
And then he got
Philadelphia
arrested. What? How many
every
months
single
ago?
Yeah, in Georgia. I didn't get arrested in Jersey. I
know
fucking-
here.
Yeah, I drove around for a year. I went to Philly every day to buy heroin and cocaine, and shit happens. So, all right,
Right.
Jim Leibel, what is your problem, bro?
What my problem? It's quieter.
You look good too. Everybody looks good tonight.
Yeah, I'm quieter than a mouse peeing on cotton right now.
Oh no. You ever have cotton fever from shooting heroin, Jimmy?
Don't think I have.
Okay, you would have known. You would have known.
Oh, what was the other one about cotton fever when people were sticking tampons up their rectum soaked in vodka?
Well, people would soak
that would give you a cotton fever, would it not?
It made me very sick.
I wonder why.
It's an exit only for me, so I'm just going to leave it there. So we're just doing our thing. Jimmy is a huge part of our show. Jimmy is responsible for most of these, and we're trying to do something live at a rehab later in the month. We'll see what happens. We're going to work out all the kinks. You have to have internet access to do a podcast, so we're going to figure out what's what as far as that goes.
We'll figure it.
We will figure it out. You got one of the best IT guys in the world in Bradley Mansfield, so we're good there.
Oh, Jesus.
We're screwed.
Yeah,
welcome to our treatment centers. If you can see all our shit on YouTube at Trash Addict. Our shows are live Sundays at 9, Wednesdays at 9 as well. I love the Wednesdays at 9, boys. It's such a blessing to have that extra hour. I can't believe it. Crazy. Bradley, did you run anybody off the road this week?
I tried to.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I tried to. There was a couple people that pissed me off and got a little road rage, but I kind of
come
out of it.
I was gonna ask you if you got the road rage. I got to a point in my driving career where I was like, I don't care, cut me off.
You know what the funny part is though? So this is the love-hate relationship of the program, because I will, like, even today on the way home, someone's right on my ass.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, I'm tapping my brakes,
and
fucking, like, smarting the fuck up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, how's this really bugging you, Brad? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so this little thing comes up on my shoulder, like, it's okay, Brad. Like, you don't know. Maybe they're in a hurry for some reason. Then I'm like, but sometimes you want to be like, shut up, because I want to freak out on this guy. Right?
Yeah. I want to be an asshole. Stop making me not be an asshole.
Yeah.
And Will's back. So
there he is.
I respect drivers. Like, I did it for a long time. And it's not an easy job. People think, oh, you're just sitting and driving all day. You're white. I mean, people die on the road. Accidents are horrible. Brad, have you seen a lot of accidents in your line of work? Like,
so honestly, not so much trucking. I've seen some accidents over my lifetime for sure. Knock on wood, I've seen some. I haven't seen any catastrophic, crazy accidents, so I've been lucky that way.
That's good.
Yeah,
I have. Oh my! I can't get them out of my mind. Just thinking about it now, I can see the whole thing, so it's crazy. So accidents are scary, and people get hurt, and it's hard to be a driver, and they keep our shit going, so we appreciate that. So who's this guy sitting backstage? I don't know. Is he cool?
Yeah. Well, let's find out, shall we?
All right.
Release.
We're gonna get our boy in here. Little something here. Get a little bio of Daniel. Jimmy, read it. I don't know.
Daniel is from Regina, Saskatchewan. He is 35 years old. Just celebrated 1 year ago. Most recently. Yep. He loves cookie dough ice cream and has a cat named who?
Katniss.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why he named his cat that. He just decided he was going to do it, and I support it. Honestly.
And Daniel is. I met Daniel earlier this year when I was on the Roundup committee, and this kid is full of piss and vinegar, and he's hilarious. He's going to be a great fit. So
awesome.
Let's welcome into the fold, shall we?
Let's bring him in here. His name is Daniel. Daniel, welcome to Talking Trash. You're in the wrong spot because Will leaves. I'll fix this. How are you doing?
I gotta get out and get back in because I can't see him.
Whatever.
Okay.
Bye, Will.
Goodbye. Bye.
All right. Better.
There we go.
What's up, Daniel?
Daniel, how are you? Nice to see you. You are muted now. Oh, no, you're not.
Nope.
You were good before. I don't know why.
What'd you do, man? Okay, did anybody know how to do sign language?
I don't know.
He can't hear goddamn anything.
Hey, how's it?
I muted you as... All right, now you're good. Welcome to the program. Daniel,
Program.
Looks unmuted. It looks unmuted to me.
You're good. You're
good. Right on.
Sorry about that. We're idiots.
Back online, baby. Back online.
Welcome to Talkin the Trashes. It's nice to have you. You're a younger guy. I mean, as far as recovery goes.
Hey guys, I'm Dan. I'm an alcoholic and drug addict. How's it going?
Hi, Dan. I'm good. How are you?
Do we have a delay? I think we got a delay happening.
Scary. I don't know what's going on.
Did you hit the 10-second delay thing?
Nope, that's not me. I don't have
Yeah, I'm 35 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got quite the delay there.
Good. I've heard a lot about the podcast.
Getting there.
Yep, it's catching up.
You are Canadian, and that has got to be a burden. How? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking. I'm just killing time. Daniel, tell us
a fair bit of delay, hey?
Yeah, well, I'm just going to give you the floor. Tell us your story, front to back. We're all in. Go ahead.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Wow, I've never experienced this one. You guys?
Nope. Well, prom date.
I don't know what to do.
There was more of a 10-second delay on that one.
Will's gone.
Sure, I'm Dan. I'm an alcoholic and drug addict.
Yep.
Basically, my story kind of relates a lot to mental
health.
Well,
is that any better?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's better.
We can hear you.
There. Try that.
You can hear me now?
Yep.
Perfect.
All right.
Not bad.
So my story has a lot to do with mental health. My childhood, my parents were both drug addicts and alcoholics, and it was hard growing up in that environment. Watching them struggle with their addictions. They actually met in the program, and then over the years, I watched them, use and smoke cigarettes, and I kind of told myself that I never really wanted to be that way. So, as I got older, that started to change, and I got mixed up with the wrong crowd. Eventually, my mom's mental health put me in a position where I felt I needed to get out on my own at a very young age, at the age of 16. And I from there, I just started selling weed. I started smoking weed a lot. And then at 20, I broke my neck. So I couldn't smoke weed anymore. I started smoking cigarettes. And I had never smoked cigarettes till I turned 20. I started drinking not too long after I healed up quite a bit. And then I just continually got myself into debt. I would, so it's like this idea of like debt, mental health, addictions, trying to, medicate myself, and not really knowing how to do it. I found myself very reluctant to ask for help from a doctor, to take pharmaceuticals. And every time I came to the program of AA, I had a really hard time connecting with anybody in the program. So around the age of 34, I had, come back to the program, left, tried, dabbled here, dabbled there, tried different things. But I always wound up finding myself in the exact same place that I left off, which was, losing my job, having no money, being alone, isolating myself, and feeling like I didn't want to be alive.
Yeah.
So
I know that feeling.
Eventually, because we're so good at, trying every avenue except the right one, exhausting all possible avenues until we get to the one that, that I'm on now, which is recovery.
Oh boy.
It's kind of like Iron and Wine has this song where they say, the straight life finds its way to all of us, and I think the straight life has found its way to me one way or another. But I think I credit it to finally asking for help from my doctor and trying to take an anti-anxiety medication, which allowed me to connect with the people in the program a lot better. open up more, to build on the relationships and foundations that I made in the program, and to, you know, find a sponsor, come on a podcast like this. Like, I never would have been able to do anything like this before I started taking my medication. And then from there, I got into service work. Just really got involved this last year in everything Regina had to offer, and then took a service position role as a GSR for my home group.
Did you experience Regina?
Did I experience Regina in what sense?
It's that stupid song. They have a song they made on. Never mind. I'm sorry. I thought it would be funny. It wasn't. Jimmy,
I get it. I get it.
Experience Regina. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what we do around here.
Okay, so yeah, no. I guess where I'm at right now is just trying not to give up on the service work, even though I continue to find myself in situations that are not perfect, but in recovery, I'm able to I'm a lot more I have a lot more tools at my disposal to get back onto the right track. And the connections that I have in the program, my sponsor, my home group, and you know, those things help keep me on track. I have better relationships with my family. And I've left a lot of things behind that were toxic, that were not that weren't good for my progress, that were self-destructive relationships and habits, behaviors, you know, the character defects that I've been identifying and eradicating, weeding, you know, like trying to weed those gardens.
Yeah, that's all. Will likes it.
Hey.
Right, Will?
Come on.
All right. Sorry, we have fun.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like, my story isn't exactly interesting or like funny,
it's
but
very,
I think
very interesting.
The main thing about it is that, you know, my main message for people is like, we all have an amount of potential, right? And for people in rehab right now, or treatment facilities, you know, we had a lot more potential when we were younger, but we're all getting older, and the sooner we get the hang of this thing, the sooner, like, I would recommend that everyone like look into opportunities to ask for help in ways that you've never done before, that you've been like bullheaded about, you know, like really, you know, because that's what worked for me, you know, trying the avenue of thing that wasn't necessarily my first choice, but you know, so like asking for help to find an anti-anxiety, like for example, I just had this I went for coffee with a guy today, and about a month ago he called me, and he was talking about, you know, having these grandiose thoughts, and I said, well, you know, man, you should like go to the doctor and ask for some medication. Well, he wound up in the psych ward 2 weeks later because he said I wasn't the right person to talk to about it. And then so, you know, I think like and reaching out to him a few days ago was a really good opportunity for me to get out of selflessness. Like, how can I be of service to others? And it made me feel a lot better about where I was at. Kind of validated the things that I had, you know, tried to help somebody, and not like, I called my sponsor right after talking with him, and I didn't know if I had given him the right advice, but you know, and those are things like God shots, you know, you know, seeing things like that happen, let me know that I'm on the right track. Yeah.
Listen, you said your story is not interesting. I am fascinated with your story, how you're tying mental health into, because I say it all the time. I'm getting sick of saying it. We used because of we didn't feel right. We self-medicated for a reason, right? And mental health, I mean, you don't realize it until you get out of it. And to hear you speak the way you speak now, I can tell you're transformed from what I used to be when I was a depressed little anxious dude to seeing the light and wanting to come on a podcast, get out of your comfort zone. You gave great advice, and you touched on a topic we're going to talk about for the next hour and a half. It's mental health really is the core of addiction. We do crazy shit with crazy substances without care of our body because we just hate how we feel at default. I get out of bed in the morning and I'm like, I used to be, I'd be like, this again? Like, are you serious? It took addiction, accidents, health recovery to get me to a point where I could go to, now I did exactly what you did, Daniel. I addressed my mental health, my last time in treatment. I went in there and I didn't therapize my therapist. I didn't write my own prescriptions. I told them how I felt, what I've been going through, and they met me where I was at. You have to advocate for yourself. Some people like you look at Jimmy and Brad, like they're fine. They don't need any pills. Totally normal. I don't get it, but good for you guys. But
normal.
Yeah, well, it depends what you classify as normal.
Yeah, I use that term a little loosely.
Yeah,
but everybody's different, and like it can be trauma, it can be mental health, whatever gets you to addiction, that has to be dealt with. The addiction will be dealt with. But Brad, please take over. I can't stand listening to myself anymore.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt, Tim. I apologize.
No, please.
Like when you were talking about your story not being interested, I'm calling bullshit because there's three main things you said there that are a part of everybody's recovery: growth, isolation, and asking for help. Like those are things you talked about right off the get. Because so isolation for me, like I used to hide it with cocaine and booze. Do you know what I mean? Like that's how I isolated myself.
Yeah.
And what you said, Daniel, about growth, man, nailed it right on the head. Because look, all five of us on this screen are growing right now because we're talking about our recovery. We're talking about the shit that we did. And we're not scared to recover out loud. Because
baby.
Because at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean, Daniel, you got over a year, man, and you're on this podcast and you're telling people your story. Like that is absolutely amazing, man. And we talk about asking for help. I can only speak for myself, but that was one of the hardest things I had to do because I always saw it in my head, like I got this shit. You know what I mean? I can do it.
I can do it myself.
I can do it myself. Yep. So once I got the courage to surrender and maybe, let go of that, I'm better than everybody else, ego bullshit. And I could ask people for help. Recovery started coming a little bit easier. So those three things that you said right there, Daniel, for me, smashed it out of the park, buddy. So those are things that I'll hold on to by you sharing that. So I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you.
Absolutely. Will, you're crazy. What do you think about Daniel?
William.
He looks like he's in fucking unbelievable. Jimmy, what do you? I can't hear you, Will. You're like you're on your dial-up again. So everything is fine. On dial-up.
You have mail.
What a program we put together here.
Mail.
Daniel, so I'll speak for myself. Well said, Brad. Brandon Proctor. Brad's got fans. Makes me sick. For myself, I really looked at myself. I'm like, why can't I kick this? It's been an entire lifetime of trying to be clean. That's all it was. It was just me failing. And we say all the time that addiction is a disease. It's not a moral failure.
Yep.
We have to own that. We have to own what we've done, and we have to reach out for help. Now, why do we, as addicts in recovery, why are we so afraid to reach out for help? And I'm asking everybody that question. Jimmy, what do you think?
Pig-headed. I was just stubborn as hell. And it's like, as Brad said previously, I've got this. My addiction had me from the get-go. From that first drink, I was screwed.
Mm-hmm.
But I would always like, well, look what I've done in the past. Well, who cares what you did in the past? What are you doing now for yourself, right? And here's Daniel at 35, 1 year in. And this little bugger actually went to the World AA Conference in Vancouver this past summer. Like this guy, this kid's on fire. Like I'm just so proud of him. He got really into the whole roundup. So for you guys in rehab, this is a shining example for you. Like
absolutely.
He is crazy as Yeah, crazy as granola, but he's a gunner. We'll keep him.
Why is granola crazy?
Yeah, I was confused there too.
Whatever, Jim.
Well,
Sorry.
got nuts and all this other shit in it.
Yeah,
It's funny how the
nuts.
old people always talk about oatmeal and granola.
I know, right?
Listen here,
the old people.
The old person is going to be kicking your ass all the way to PSR in a couple of weeks, buddy.
So, like, we're so afraid to ask for help because, for me, I'll answer my own question. I'm afraid to ask for help because I'm afraid I have fear of rejection. In general,
Yes.
When I really look at myself, I'm a people pleaser. I lie. I cannot stand rejection, or I used to. I don't care now. I'm on a podcast. Half the world hates me. Like I don't. You have to kind of own all that, and then let that wall down and ask for help. And then, honestly, for me, once I asked for help, everything changed. The whole world opened up, and nobody shunned me. Everybody welcomed me, and it made all the difference. So anything you can do to get to zero, whatever it takes, mental health, rehab, maintenance, whatever you got to do it, because everybody's dying. Angela said it took me many times to get it too, but she never gave up. That's the key. Angela D in the place to be. She will be on in a couple of weeks. Very excited for that. Angela says she's so proud of you for doing everything you can for your recovery and getting out of your comfort zone. All of us, we're not comfortable with this. This isn't how we're built. We're not on a radio station. We voluntarily put ourselves out there. I don't have to get ridiculed if we want. But instead, what happens is we don't get ridiculed. Everybody loves us. It's the same thing with AA and recovery. Everybody accepts you. So as individuals, we're just individuals, but we have strength together as a team. And we've experienced that on this show and in AA and in rehab, all that stuff.
I love how Angela says, sorry, Tim. I always
cut me off, please. God,
don't hate me.
I love
but
it.
how she says that about comfort zone, because that's a big one for me in my recovery, because I had to get out of that box that I'm so used to being in. You know what I mean? Like if I wasn't trying new things or different things, I wasn't growing. So that comfort zone was that was part, like, so we're talking about asking for help. Well, that's probably the part of the reason I didn't ask for help, because I was so used to doing the same thing over and over. The definition of insanity, the same thing over and over again, and expecting different results. But because that was my addiction, you know what I mean? Or just one more line, Brad, or one more drink, or tomorrow. Well, fuck, I'll do it tomorrow, like that type of thing. Right. But once I got over that and got out of my comfort zone, and I started with that by going to rehab. Once I went to rehab, that was definitely breaking out of my comfort zone, but I knew I needed it, right? And honestly, it's funny. So, one more ramble, and I'll stop.
Your show, buddy boy.
Yeah, just one minute. I apologize, but so we were at a birthday meeting on Monday, and we were celebrating a few people's birthday, mine and two others. And an old timer said to me, he said, I like your enthusiasm, how you're always happy and, energetic and all that. And I thought about that on the way home, because I'm enthusiastic about being in recovery, because I'll tell you this is how I feel after I thought about it. All the drugs and alcohol and shit that I've done in 33 years of using, this is the best buzz I've ever been on. This recovery buzz.
It's true.
And that is true. And I mean that. Well, I'm not even joking when I say that. It's because I actually, now that I got a little bit of time, I like myself now. I'm proud of the things that I've done. I'm proud that I've went outside of the comfort box to do different things. You know what I mean? At one time, I was embarrassed to say that I was a cokehead and had a problem. I don't give a shit about that. I'm thankful that I'm thankful that I had these fuck ups in my life, because I'm turning into a better Brad. I'm still a loudmouth. I'm still a goofball. But everybody at the same time.
We love you, and I'll give you this again. Look, Brandon Proctor again. Well said, Brad. We love you, and your recovery is almost like infectious. Everybody kind of feels it. And that shit spreads like wildfire, especially around here. Angela said, I like my comfort zone way too much, so I accept invitations to speak on podcasts. But after much twisting of the arm by Jim Libel, I definitely need that in order to grow. And listen, Angela, we can't wait to have you. That's what it's about, right? So, Daniel comes in. He's 400 days plus sober. That's a big deal for somebody at 35 years old. I know when I was 35, like my life was fucking over. I'm lucky to be here. Anybody who's on this podcast is here for a reason, and we always say that. Oh, everything happens for a reason, and sometimes I think we say that just to like make ourselves feel better about life being chaos. But like, it does. Like this show just evolved, and if it was fueled by anything other than recovery, this thing wouldn't work. We wouldn't be here 2 years. Recovery comes first. There's no money involved in this thing. We're trying to give it back, and there's a good amount of people watching right now. Sorry, I didn't start Instagram, and it started. Welcome, Instagram people. So Angela said it took me many times to get it to, but I never gave up. That's key. And it honestly, like, some of us need to hit that rock bottom to give up. I don't know, Dan. So tell me a little bit about when you started your medications. I don't even know the dosages and all that shit. Just like because people go to rehab, they'll see a psychiatrist. He'll throw, whatever Zoloft at them and Wellbutrin or what, they'll hit them with a bunch of meds, and they instantly think, oh shit, I'm gonna be all better now. They gave me all my psych meds. Now I won't be crazy and depressed. And they get upset like 2 weeks in. They're like, I feel worse than when I started. I'm like, did you talk to the doctor? It takes like 6 months for it to kick in, and meds alone, they don't do it. You have to meds plus therapy, talking to somebody, doing what you have to do, spirituality. And like you said, you couldn't enjoy the benefits of the program until you addressed your mental health. You then did. And then you were able to reap all the benefits of being open and being willing. And you ring. I'm 10 years older than you, but like you ring true with me. I got divorced at 37 years old. My life fell apart. I thought my life was over for forever, and it was untreated mental health problems. Right? I don't feel great, but I get out of bed and I don't want to put a gun in my mouth. And that's actually a pretty big deal. There was a long time there that I didn't want to wake up, and I tried not to, and it didn't work. So that being said, Angela says, good job, Daniel. So what was the point for you when you realized, like, I'm taking meds, it's going to take a little bit to kick in, and what did you do supplementally? I know what you did, but you just tell us anyway. What did you do in addition to the medication?
Okay, so I started doing cocaine when I was 29, and it was when I started making enough money.
It's expensive. Not cheap.
Yeah.
And then I decided to go to rehab because I started missing work, and I had never missed work before. And so I started noticing like some warning signs, And so I went to rehab right before COVID, and they kicked me out of the rehab center I went to about 11 days after I got there because of COVID. And they'd never closed their doors in 35 years, so that was really crazy.
Of course.
Oh, shit.
Figures.
So, Dan decides to go get sober, and God's like, not yet.
Right.
He's like,
not ready, buddy.
As usual.
So, whatever. So I ended up going home, going back to work, relapsing, and then, lost another 2 or 3 years out there. And then, I stopped doing hard drugs, but then I started doing them again like 2 years later. And
interesting.
Things kind of got out of control. That was when the anxiety really, really got, and talk about a rock bottom,
Absolutely.
for me, that was mine. Was and I understand what Brad's talking about, or the trucker guy, because I'm very grateful that I went through that, that I had done a drug that pushed me to my absolute limit, or maybe the worst limit I've been to so far, because that scared the shit out of me. And coming back from that, it really was like coming back from hell. So I asked for help from God. I asking for help is one thing, but you got to meet God halfway. So I went to the doctor, and I asked for, I told them where I was at, like I'm struggling with drinking. I don't want to do it anymore. I need some help. So then she got, my doctor got me hooked up with, all the right, supports, right? And they do that. They know how to do that. So that's cool. And then, so I started the medication. I knew my job was going south. It's, you always ask, or I always ask for help when I can see things starting to fall apart, just before they completely collapse. And so, I actually had quite a bit of time before the collapse where I was kind of, doing the medication, telling people I was taking it, and realizing a lot of people thought badly of me for it. But that didn't really bother me because I felt so much better, happier. I wasn't like falling asleep and laying in bed trying to fall asleep thinking like I'm going to kill myself over and over again. It was like on loop, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself. And it was just like every night. And then so I just surrendered. I started. Okay, so another thing was going to meetings. So it's like talking to God, going to meetings, taking the medication, exercising, getting my diet right. It's all of these things, and then letting go of the things that are destructive,
Yep.
Yeah.
He is he's incredible. I'm so proud of you, Dan, because like there's a whole population of people that didn't get to where you're at. They didn't get the chance to go see a doctor and get medication. They're dead.
Right.
They did cocaine, there was fentanyl in it. So like there's this whole thing. So cocaine was your drug? That's what you did? Or anything else?
Well, I would say marijuana was the first thing that I was truly addicted to.
Yeah.
But alcohol was the one that really pulled me into a really unhealthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then, it eventually branched off into, my progression was very slow because I watched what happened to my parents.
Yeah.
So I was very, very cautious with everything that I did. I didn't want to stray too far. Like I always knew I would wind up in the program if I was able to pull myself back. I just didn't know if I was going to be able to do it or not. I didn't swim too far out, but I still got bad in my own way,
Yeah, sure. When did you realize you're feeling relief from your new road, your new treatment?
It doesn't take long. It happens very quickly for me. But because I have such a good foundation, because even like when I was like 14, 15, my parents had me coming to meetings and stuff with them. They probably knew where I was going, what my life was going to be like, or had a pretty good idea. Yeah. I had like a very high predisposition towards susceptibility to addiction. So early on, I was aware of the program. I started learning the ins and outs of it, and so even when I was out using, I was still practicing those tools. Especially like step 10. Continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. I started noticing like I would always take accountability for my actions, and I would notice a lot that other people wouldn't like apologize to me for something they did, which but
how dare you?
Funny what happens when you grow.
It was me working on me, and it'll always be just me working on me, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. But you know what? It can be all of us helping you work on you. That's what
exactly.
That's what it's about. You know what I mean? Coming on here, putting ourselves, we're vulnerable, but it's all good. Like we're built for this, and to have you on here, Daniel, I wish I was allowed in Canada because I would come up there. I got like 6 people I want to hug. And I swear to God, dude, I want to throw my hands around you. Rob Vargo says, you look healthy, Dan. That's nice. Angela said, that's awesome that your parents were planting the seed.
Yes.
My uncle did that with me, and I did that with my son, and I feel it's important. And it is. But
super
like,
important.
How this is addiction though, right? You saw your parents go through this shit, yet you still followed that path. I don't know. Did you start using at 29?
No. I started smoking weed when I was 14.
Yeah.
I can't really tell you exactly how it went, just out of respect for my parents, but
Absolutely.
But it was an unhealthy relationship I had with my parents growing up, and they treated me like friends more than like a child, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot
of
of freedom, too much freedom, really.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
And so, and another thing that a lot of people don't think about, because this doesn't really happen much anymore, is my parents chain smoked in the house my whole childhood. So I was inhaling secondhand smoke my whole childhood.
Oh yeah, you
So
needed a nicotine
think
patch
about
at 5 years
that.
old.
You put a kid in elementary school, you send them away from that secondhand smoke, and they're
Smelling
going to
like
have
smoke.
behavioral
Yeah,
issues.
I know. You're right. All right, I'm sorry. Real quick. Did you have Do you have any problems in school, like in high school? Did you have? Did anybody bully you? Did you give you shit? Where, if so, who are they and what's their address? We'll go find them.
I'll find them.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Well, even that I'm grateful for. A lot of people are bitter about getting bullied as a child, but I mean, like everything. This is the mindset I've had my whole life, which has stopped me from becoming a victim and kept me thinking the glass is half full. Is like I am not a victim. I am strong, and I have gifts that I wouldn't have if it wasn't for the things that I went through. Right, we're all just pieces of the puzzle, right?
Absolutely right. You are right. I have some questions for you from a rehab. I'm gonna bring these up. Oh, right. I'll read the first one. Dan, what emotions were strongest for you in the first 30 days? That's from Doug. That's it. He's at a rehab. What emotions were strongest for you the first 30 days?
Every time I sober up, the strongest feeling is like, so I always see like the beauty of like there are a lot more good things about being sober than staying using, right? The one thing about using is I have control over my addiction in terms of like how much I use, how I feel. Using that, I'm not living life on life's terms, right? But that's pretty much the only positive. It's taking all my money. It's making me reclusive, irritable. There's no consistency, right? The feeling I have when I quit is a feeling of powerfulness, a feeling of pride, a shedding of guilt, of shame, and I see the rewards come. So there's an upliftment, right?
Sure.
So
yeah.
I would say it's all of those feelings of like exuberance, feeling momentum, right? Especially when you go to meetings every day, like when people, you have feedback from people who genuinely care about you, and who will be able to give you more feedback further on, so developing a good relationship with these people is so important. But I guess just to answer the question directly is just I just feel a sense of relief that I finally did something that I didn't know if I'd ever be able to do. And then I guess there is this sense of, I've asked for God to save me so many times that I got to the point where it was like, if I was God, I wouldn't save me at this point, right? So the sense of like unworthiness too, when things do start getting better, right?
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's funny. What you're describing is giving up control to get control. And I know it doesn't make sense to addicts, but that's what happens. We take our hands off the wheel and we think, oh, now it's gonna be really bad. That's when things start to get better. We start to straighten out. We stop doing it all ourselves. Another question for you from Izzy. Come in, Izzy. She says, what is your view on God and how did that come into play or not? Izzy M.
Ooh. Oh, that's a really good question. So God is, I think, I'm not a huge fan of organized religion, but I do think that God, I wish the word God wasn't so intertwined with Christianity, because I think God is like an over-encompassing term for, a higher power. Because everyone, when something bad happens, they're like, "Oh my God," like that's pretty much ubiquitous, right?
Yep.
It's like, holy shit, why is it holy, like,
Right, exactly. I don't get it.
But I don't like limiting myself to some sort of like a god that will smite you for whatever.
Yeah.
But I do think that being able to somehow visualize or familiarize yourself with something, something that has a name, that I call it God. I say thank you, God, or I'm sorry, God, but I don't look at it as like Jesus necessarily.
Yeah,
If I were to have to choose, like if somebody said to me like, choose your God right now or your religion right now, I would probably choose Christianity, but that's just because of the I guess the background I came from.
Familiarity,
but
sure.
I would just encourage people, if they're looking for a spiritual path or a religion, to just feel it out. Whatever feels right. That's probably the right way to go.
Agreed. Go ahead, Fred.
I like what you said there too, Danny, because God, people will say like good orderly direction, right? I've heard that before too about God.
Jimmy says that.
Yeah. So it's just the old timers that say it. But anyway,
yeah.
But so for me, like I wouldn't say I don't do the God thing, and I don't mean the God thing that way, and I say it that way. Like, so my mom passed away 4 years. She never got to see me sober, and when I talk to somebody, I talk to mom. Like that's my higher power, right? And you nailed it right on the head, Danny, in my opinion, because it's just the acknowledgement of knowing that something is out there, and it's none of our business what it is, because we don't need to know what it is. Or like, you know what I mean? Like I don't think any one of us can put a finger on what it actually is, and that's okay. But as long as we understand that we aren't God, and we aren't the ones that are controlling destiny and fate.
Exactly.
There's somebody, something, whatever it is or whatever it may be out there greater than us, because that's my example of it, I think.
Misty said it perfect. Misty said, I don't wake up and God doesn't wake up and say, I want to play Misty today. So why don't Misty wake up and want to play God today? I mean, I was a terrible higher power. You know what I mean? I was not a good higher power. I guess people can be, but like for me, I was just, I grew up Christian. I went to Christian school, elementary school. I was indoctrinated, right? So like, I don't really like religion either, Angela. If anything, I'm spiritual, but like, I always looked at people saying, oh, there's no God. I'm like, well, you know what? You might not want to test that, because it doesn't sound like good things happen.
Yeah,
right? But like,
a chance. Yeah.
I always said there's no God when I didn't want consequences. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to pay for this at some point, so there can't be a God. I can be an asshole because there's no God. Zeb says, earlier he said he said, great job, Daniel. He's so proud of you. Zeb also says, Yahweh, whatever spiritual path you follow, you can keep pressing forward and rely on that greater higher power to stay sober. We need to know there's something bigger than us, because, we're not good as our own higher power. Jimmy, tell us a little something about how you view spirituality, higher power, all that stuff.
Well, kind of relating back to what Daniel was saying, like God, like when I first came into the rooms 20 years ago and I saw G.O.D. on the wall, I'm like, I'm out. Like, there's no way. And I was going to get spited, right? Yeah, exactly. But my higher power of my understanding, I always stress that, it's of my understanding, not of yours, but of mine. And mine is compassionate, forgiving, and got a great sense of humor. And I just talk to them. I don't have to go to a special building. I hate to offend anybody, but just for me, I can be in touch with my higher power 24/7.
Yeah.
And we have a blast. And he has provided me a life of abundance and also tests and lessons, which come on now. Just to keep, and that's what keeps me on the straight and narrow and reminding me that this sobriety and recovery is rented. Is day to day, and that rent is due daily. And doing things like this and helping others, and that's how I remain sober just for today.
Oh boy, that's a hell of a message. Hell of a message, and that's why you're still sober today, 4 years in.
There you go.
Just real quick for fun, since I have it.
Shits and giggles.
I have everybody's clean time. Let's take a look at everybody's clean time.
Welcome to the America.
Oh, love that.
All right, America. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just banners. Will Douglas has 884 days. Willie D, the place to be. Next on Dizzle is Tim Snizzle. 977 days. I have beard dandruff. Let's fix that.
They got cream.
Bradley Mansfield. 1,120 days. Bradley, how'd you do it?
All right.
I just keep talking to people, man, and I want help. I need help daily.
You do need help,
Such
man.
a creeper. And then there's Jimmy.
Man spread.
Jimmy has 1,548 days.
Yeah, Jimmy.
It's actually 1549, but that's okay. That's okay.
Oh,
okay. No. And how did I do it? One day at a frickin' time.
Look at me, Jimmy.
I know, but
didn't count that high.
And I always hear this and be well, the person who got it first has the most sobriety. No, I don't count the days. I make the days count.
Yeah, boy. Good.
There you go.
Jimmy is he's an ambassador. He's an ambassador for recovery. Is what he actually is. And man, he goes after. He does the work. Man, I need something done. Instant. Jimmy wasn't doing that in active addiction. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a big one coming in here. It is Angela Dickey, 2069. She wins.
Recover out loud.
Oh boy, I got a girl.
A girl.
We recover out loud because we can. So way to go to Angela.
And we will.
Hey.
Hey.
Out there celebrating milestones and the show. Look at the show. We're at 185 episodes. Why does that mean something to me? I don't know. It just does. It's a round number. I like it.
I don't know.
So we count things, but you don't count the days. You make the days count. I would tell everybody that in rehab that I worked at. They look at me like they want to kill me. You know what you should do though? Honestly, just in your daily life, just popped into my head as we're talking about it. Tell people they look good today. Just tell them that. I did it all the time. They love to hear that shit in rehab.
You look marvelous.
Don't lie to them. But,
marvelous.
Think about the other person. Think about how you impact them and your words and your actions. How do they walk away after talking to you? Do they walk away edified? Do they walk away angry and think you're a dick? Like, what message are you sending? Does that lead to a second conversation and possibly friendship and a relationship? We're, like we said earlier, we're so afraid to tell everybody that we need help and we want help because we're afraid somebody's going to tell us no. Oh, God forbid. Nobody ever told me no ever when I asked for help.
It doesn't take any energy really to be nice to people.
Yep.
And it's funny because that's something I've worked on too. But honestly, to make someone feel good, and you don't have to lie or whatever. Like I'm not gonna tell Jimmy he's good looking. I'm gonna tell him he's probably having a good day or something. but
look healthy.
But when it takes
nice hat. There you go.
But it's very rewarding actually to be nice to people, and it's so easy for the little things to put a smile on someone's face that could change your whole day just by simply being nice. Pretty easy.
I had a girl. I would actually tell everybody I was a tech in a rehab, And I would just tell people as I walk by, "Hey, you're looking good today," and they're like, "I am. I'm a drug addict. I'm 4 days sober. I'm not looking better already." And like that means something to them. And I'm being sincere because they do look better than when they walked in there. They
Absolutely.
stumbled in the door.
Yep.
So it doesn't. It takes 2 seconds to get out of yourself and uplift somebody else. And what happens is it's that opposite effect. Like you let go of control to get control. You give and you feel better, and you can tell they're happy and you feel better. And the next thing you're going to go to and talk to is going to be better. It starts with being kind to other people and being kind to yourself, letting yourself off the hook. Don't beat yourself up. I miss Zeb McNichol. He's 32 months today, 25 days from 1,000. That's interesting. I'll be at holy shit. Do me and Zeb have the exact same clean time? Because I have, we do. Pretty much. I turn 1,000 later in the month too. So clean time, is that a big deal? People look at you like, oh, you're counting days of not being a dick, but like,
well,
that's important. Yeah, kind of. So like we come on here and we're honest with each other, and we got each other's backs for sure. Any one of these boys call me any time of day, I'm gonna give them shit, and then I'm gonna help them with whatever it is because I love these guys, and I'm at a point where I can say I love my friends. These are my friends here. It started out as a podcast. We're all like PC doing the right thing, and now we're just like, let's do it. Let's be ourselves, and you can only keep what you have by giving it away. It sounds stupid, sounds cliche. It is a fact.
You took the words right out of my mouth. We talk about things happen for a reason, or spirituality, all that type of stuff. So, like, here we are. We get to meet a young man who's a year sober with a great story tonight, Daniel.
Right.
These things come into our lives for a reason because it gets to affect people and help people. Like, I'll use Jimmy as an example. Jimmy and I went to the same recovery center together. We talked a little bit. Well, not even talked a little bit, like just on the Facebook page, and I think we did a Zoom meeting together, and here we are now on a podcast together, and then we're going to be traveling together for 5. Like, you know what I mean? All these
joy.
I never said I was happy. I said it's
going
happening.
to Taco Bell before.
But you know what I mean? All
I
these
didn't have
things.
Taco Bell in Canada.
We do.
Know, right?
Oh yeah,
we do. Yeah.
And they jump in the border everywhere, huh?
Right. Differently.
We'll both be shitting ourselves on the way up there. But I'm using that as an example, though. You know what I mean? Like all these things that are happening in our lives, like we can't control what's happening, but it's cool to see the things that are happening in our lives because we have some really cool things happening in our life. I said that 9 times, but I'm happy about it.
It makes sense. It makes. I had to say it 9 times, maybe one more. I get it. I get exactly what you're saying. This is an example of us all just being like, all right, we're going to go out of our comfort zone. We're going to do something totally different because that's worked in a million other ways. Let's see if it works here. So that's how we approach things. We're not we're really not individuals on this show. We're a team on this show. I do all the work, but I include everybody like they're part of the team. No, I do, and it's been such a blessing. Angela's Zeb says run to the border. Yeah, I get it. I mean,
run to the bathroom.
Let's go, y'all. Keep rocking your recovery. So it's nice to. This is my recovery, Dan. Nothing worked for me. I tried everything, and I got my mental health fixed, and I was like, all right, what am I going to do now? I have a broken neck. I'm on disability. What do I do to give back? Like everybody's telling me to in the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a graphic designer. I work for every fucking hockey team in Canada. I can make a podcast. Oh my God, I'm so amazing. So like it's I use that as a tool for my sobriety. At first it was uncomfortable, but now I do it knowing that it's going to solidify my sobriety in ways that I couldn't do by myself. Period.
Exclamation mark.
Boom.
All right, boys. What is so Dan, we really appreciated you coming on. You did a fucking awesome job.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
We'll catch up with you after.
Yeah, don't go running now.
I'll send you a
Thanks for having
t-shirt.
me on, guys.
T-shirt. He's muted. All right, Dan. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you soon. All right, boys. I just kicked him out of the studio. I've never done that before. I just
I was going to say, what the hell are you doing?
I don't know. I just thought, we catch up. Here we are.
Okay.
All right, he was great. Oh my god! You know what? We're getting people on that are serious about recovery.
Yeah. When I first met him, like here's this young guy comes into this meeting, and he just lightened up the room. And we had the funniest thing. We had this raffle, and it was like people would bring stuff, and we'd have a silent auction. Well, every week he would go to garage sales and find stuff that was AA related, like a clock with Jesus on it, and AA logo in the corner, and he'd bring it to donate. And and it was like this. He is so much into the program and just helping others. So
I would love to. I would love to have met Dan Yu a year and a half ago. You know, I bet he was not the same person. He wouldn't be wearing a Connor Bedard jersey on Talking Trash. Something tells me he was just I feel for him. The mental health aspect is really, it's a hard thing to navigate. It's a hard thing to say, I'm depressed. I used to look at people and be like, of course you're depressed. You're an asshole. So like, it's just, it's been a blessing. Will, what did you think of Daniel, who is backstage watching?
I mean, being that young, or at least
young, right?
Being able to identify. I mean, like, can you hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Yep.
Talk your words. Use your mouth. Yes.
Okay, making sure. I was starting to talk. Anyhow, so I'm what, 43, and it took a long time to get on that level of understanding. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's
I get it.
Because I tried it. I don't know how many times. I mean, like a million times. You know, I've been to rehab so many times, but it's just like, I don't know. I had a spiritual awakening, and that's what
I know.
I mean, it's really great. You know,
it's you're doing something that. What was 35-year-old Will like?
Turn the fuck up.
Thank you for that.
If we say F one more time, dude, I like. What was he like though? Seriously, like, were you getting in trouble? What were you up to down there? Up there?
35. Let's see. I mean, like, let me tell you, I had so many intermissions, I guess you may call it, on my tour, and but I mean, probably, my 30s were real hard. I mean, like, except for my little drug court thing, absence from my partying, but still.
But you went you've been smoking meth since you were what, 6, 7, something like that?
Since I was in the womb. No, joking. No,
you're one of those.
I tried meth for the first time, I think when I was 18, 19, 18, something like that. I don't know. And I loved it.
Yeah, I bet you did. I didn't like it so much. Things didn't go well. It's funny. I was looking. I had my dad's phone in my hand today, and I'm just intruding, looking at everything he has. And my brother is sending him pictures, and I'm looking at my brother, and I am what? I'm looking at my brother, and I'm thinking, I don't recognize him anymore. I don't know. Like I know it's him. But like, I haven't talked to him in 3 or 4 years. He was the one always trying to get me sober with tough love and whatever. And I think back, like, he's the one that introduced me to drugs. He sold me my first bag of pot, right? When I was 18, I was anti-weed, everything. When I turned like 7, when I was 6 up to 18 years old, and then all of a sudden, my own brother. Is that okay? Are we allowed to do this? Weed was a drug. It was fun. It was like you're doing a drug. And like, that's how I got introduced to drugs. He became a cop. He's retired, successful, good on him. He's got grandkids. I went the other way. I did not. I took his advice that he didn't take. And it was tough navigating family and what's right and what's not. And like, to see him today, it broke my heart. I haven't seen my brother in years. He's my best friend. He's my idol. We were best friends up to like 5 years ago when all this shit went down, and he finally took a stand. It was like, I'm cutting you. I'm writing you off. I was like, okay. So like, it's been years, and I'm heartbroken over that loss. But that relationship, that lost relationship, I looked at it today, and I'm like, you know what? That is what's driving me. These things, these mistakes, addictions, mental health, all these things. they drive me, right? So like I have to figure out where I land on things, and that comes with mental health for me. I never had any kind of clarity. I couldn't do anything like this. I couldn't even be a productive member of society because I was untreated mental health. So like I feel for Dan, but like I love to see that. Like I said, I would love to have seen what it was like before, but he is he's transformed for real. And like people come on this show just to talk and put their face on the screen and we go through the motions. And then there's people come on and they light the recovery fuse. And we're all like, "Yup, we get it, dude. Absolutely." So like I'm so proud of that kid, man. Jimmy, is he around? Can go give him money? Give him some money out of your wallet. Go find him and give him money.
I know exactly. Probably gonna see him. I'm gonna probably go see him Friday night at his home group.
I'm just saying. It's just amazing.
He is like they always say, "Oh, AA is for a bunch of old guys." Now that is the future of the program.
Right.
Guys like him,
Exactly.
guys like Zeb, who are giving back. And you know what? Again, the program's damn near 100 years old, but it still works. The message hasn't changed. It's not just stopping drinking; it's changing your thinking pattern and starting a new life. And even how Brad had said previously, becoming a better version of yourself. Not easy. Worth it? Fuck yeah. Sorry, had to drop the F-bomb.
That's all right. You're fired. I feel like Jimmy. I don't like. Do you, Jimmy? You have a sense for people. All right, Jimmy is all about recovery. He's all about the show. He's 100% authentic or 95% authentic.
Some days.
He's an example of being able to spot somebody at a meeting and say, "Hey, you want to come on the show? Because I like what you're selling." And that shit is transformative. Zeb said meth seemed like such a good idea at the time. 45 days later, I didn't have any good ideas left. I love that guy. We gotta get him back on. He is a pisser, that one. Yeah, I know. I mean, what do you guys think? We'll wrap it up here. We're gonna go around the horn.
You get that spidey sense. You could just you look at the eyes, they're on fire. And you see some guys that have been in the program 30, 25 years, and they're just going through the motion. Rarely have we seen a person fail, and they're just going, they're just sitting there and just rinse and repeat, mm-hmm. And they're just putting in the time.
Yeah,
not drinking, the dry drunk. Like say, I look at Daniel, 35 years old, 1 year sober. I was having woohoo back. I didn't sober till 57 years old.
Wow.
Like this. Yeah, it's great to see. Up. I am totally I am totally. There you go.
There you are. I get it. I get it. Will, yes. What did you think of Daniel? Like, did he? How did he make you feel? Did he impress you?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, like my thing is, like I said, man, hold on. I had something like really brilliant to say.
I can have Brad speak, and then you can think of it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Brad,
go ahead. I mean, like,
Brad, go ahead. Brad, what do you think of Daniel?
Well, I had something really brilliant to say, but
jeez,
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Honestly, what Jim said is exactly kind of how I felt when Dan started speaking, because you could see the fire. You could see, you could actually see the emotion. You could actually see the give it the. We said F too much. The give a care.
Mm-hmm. I don't give a care.
Like he cared. Like he wanted to. Like when he spoke about his recovery and the things that's going on in his life, like you could feel the passion, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what really got me too, right? And he spoke about a lot of good things. Like I said, asking for help, isolate, like things he talked about really that affected me in my recovery and still do. Right. So he was he's a beauty, man. I'm thankful he was on, and Danny did a hell of a job, buddy.
He's backstage. I don't know what to do with him here. Let's bring him on. Hi Dan. How you doing, buddy? Welcome
back.
Dan.
Hi Dan.
We were talking about you.
We were talking about you. I don't know what happened. We got confused. All right, so everybody loves you. You did a great job. We're gonna read our just for today.
We're gonna dizzle.
Yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna do? That's what we do.
Sure.
It's right here. What are we doing? JFT or DR? JFT. Yep. That daily reflections. Why do I have so many daily reflection things going on? All right. So the reading is coming. I'm coming. It's not weed in the garden. It is the process. Look at Jim. Look at I got Jimmy up there. How much fun is that? All right, Will. Fine, bro. Do it.
Hi, the process. The program has become a part of me. I understand more clearly the things that are happening in my life today. I no longer fight the process. Page 66, basic text, page 127. In active addiction, things happen seemingly without rhyme or reason. We just did things often without knowing why or what the results would be. Life had a little value or meaning. The 12-step process gives meaning to our lives. In working the steps, we come to accept both the dark and the bright sides of ourselves. We strip away the denial that kept us from comprehending addiction's effect on us. We honestly examine ourselves, picking out the patterns in our thoughts, our feelings, and our behavior. We gain humility and perspective by fully disclosing ourselves to another human being. In seeking to have our shortcomings removed, we develop a working appreciation of our own powerlessness and
the strength
provided greater than we are. Yeah, sorry. With our enhanced understanding.
I have to pee. There you go.
Did you flip the next page?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Ourselves, we gain greater insight into and acceptance of others.
Still gotta
The
pee.
12 steps are the key to a process we call life. In working the steps, they become a part of us and we become a part of the life around us. Our world is no longer meaningless. We understand more about what happens in our lives today. We no longer fight the process today in working the steps. We live it.
I have to pee.
Just for tizzle, my nizzle, for shizzle. Life is a process. The 12 steps.
There you go.
Today, I will use the steps to understand and enjoy myself and my recovery.
There it is. So, this is kind of what we were talking about. Oh, look at me. There's Daniel brought up a 10th step. You know, it's that daily inventory, keeping ourselves in check. Because our sobriety is rented, like Jimmy says. So, you know, it's just I don't know. It's been a great show. I love our guests that we're having on. Everything is happening. Just a couple things before we go, real quick. Check out our brand new gorgeous website, www.trash-pornhub.xnxx.com.
Trash-podcast.com. .hinge.
If you want to be on the program, you would go ahead and reach out to Jimmy.
That's
for me.
There he is. There, we'll make a bow. Jim at trash-podcast.com. We have a bunch of people watching on our website right now. That never happened before. I didn't have it set up right, so that's fun to have them in there. Welcome, Talkin Trash, whatever.com. Welcome. Get some Narcan. Narcan saves lives. Sometimes it's That felt good. That felt good.
And then mac and cheese in the car.
Yeah, and then this.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
And if you are in a crisis situation, 988 is always an option. You dial it on your phone and it comes up. So that's that. And we appreciate our friends and our family and keeping us sober. We couldn't do it without each other. Definitely thank you to Dan. He was awesome. We'll stay in touch with you, Dan. I want to. You're a success story.
He wants to hug you.
I do. I can't though. You're a success story, and I love it. I love a comeback, and you're doing it, dude. So oh my God, way to go, Dan. Brad, I'm really proud of you for everything you do. Jimmy, I like your hair, and your outfits. And Will, I like your trailer. All right, everybody. Wait, there's more on the end of this. I forgot.
We like your beard dandruff. There you go.
What do I do about that? Why am I getting beard?
They have cream for it.
I'll send you something.
I have like 10 different creams on right now. All right, important. The meeting finder is early in recovery. Get the app. You just go in the app store and type in meeting finder. It's the chair. The NA app's shittier, but that's there too. It'll help. You need a PhD to navigate it, but you know it's there. And yeah, we'll see you guys on Sunday. We're live on
Sunday.
We're live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and something else.
All right, boys. Grinder. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Angela. You're welcome, and we love you.
Me
all
3.
Me 4.
Let me know how that all comes out later, and I love you guys.
Video it.